Yeah. So just a second to go and we'll have the opening bell. A third higher on the Nifty, 26,100 past on the Nifty, 59,280 on the Nifty Bank. We're about 0.1. I mean, actually, that's really flat. The Sensex is up 0.17. The small cap index is up about 1/3%. And I think the mid cap index will come up with some gains as well. It's a super strong start, especially I think for many of these mid-cap, small-cap movers, which we will come to in just a bit from now. But otherwise, at the index level, it's kind of quiet. 3-1 in favor of advances. The number of stocks up and down is early, but it's indicative of a decent kind of spread. The Adani stocks are all higher. Adani Enterprises, Ports, occupy the number 1, number 2 gainers list. And the bulk of the market, at least on the Nifty 50 heat map, shows we're opening in the green. HCL Tech is down, and a few others, but just 6 or 7 names on the Nifty opening lower. Otherwise, it's all green. Surabhi.
Look at Grow. It was 10% yesterday. It's down 8.5% today. Now, these kind of technical issues, they do make investors nervous. Not the best of experience you want with an IPO. Touch sky-high levels and then such sharp drawdowns coming through, extreme volatility, and investors are having to stomach it for the time being. The other one is Saman Capital. We're just telling you that in the pre-open, it was up about 3%. Well, it's not able to sustain. It's lost that gain, and it's actually down about 0.5% right now. So two important stocks, need to see how they shape up. On the large cap screen, like Prashant is saying, Adani is still in leadership position. Big asset they're looking at, obviously, taking over Jaiprakash Associates. So 1% up on Adani. Tata Motors, passenger vehicles, finally manages to rise on the green side of the screen. About 1% up there as well. Reliance is a big support for the market today. 0.6% up on Reliance. Then you have a couple of financials doing well, which includes names like Axis Bank, Jio Finance, Shriram Finance, even Bajaj Finance is up about 0.5%. So financials are actually, NBFCs are doing better than banks this morning. That's one trend that's very, very clear. On the downside, there's HDFC Life, there's ICICI Bank, there's Bharti Airtel. That's pretty much it. And some of the IT stocks, they're cooling off from yesterday's smart run. So HCL Tech, Infosys. Some of these stocks on the lower side of the screen, Nigel.
Well, as Saman Capital started in the green, but just take a look at that stock. Slam dunk from the high. It's down close to around 5% from the high. So for the time being, the stock actually has got sold into that little kind of bounce that we saw. Grow, that's recovered a little bit from the lows of the day, though it's still down close to around 5%. It was down 8%. Physics Wala, the other one, in fact, that is lower, and it's fallen on decent volumes, down close to around 3%. So both those two newly listed companies actually trading in the red, with a fair bit of volume in the first few minutes. Tenneco, one of the newly listed companies, came on board yesterday, trades at more than 20 times EV upon EBITDA, but they believe that there's a good penetration scope out there as you move from BS6 higher. The cost per vehicle will in fact move up. Exports is another big potential. So that one, after the fund-based buying that we saw yesterday, it's up another 3% in today's trading session. What's losing out then? Both those two, Physics Wala as well as Grow, both of them a little bit lower. Sagility is down just around 1% or thereabouts, but volumes quite high on that particular name. I think Vedanta was seeing some green just to kickstart trade, so I think we should get that as well up for you on the screen. Vedanta, yeah, it's good news if in fact they don't go and get over-adventurous, so the street is reading it on that way. And besides that, yeah, I think that's about it. Nifty holding with a gain of around 40 points, 26,100. Nifty Bank still to get off the blocks as we speak.
Just wanted to mention, by the way, that while the JP Associates resolution finally gets underway, Jaiprakash Power is the one that's running with a lot of excitement. 10% up on that stock. It's only a 22 rupees stock, but yeah, it's running and the volumes are picking up. Fairly high volumes actually at this point of the morning. We're talking, I think, almost 85 lakh shares trading. So yeah, a lot of excitement there.
A lot of excitement, and where are we at now with regards to Nifty Bank is now kind of in the slightly in the red. Maybe just put up two indices. One is the Nifty IT Services Index, and I think that'll give us a quick sense of what's happening after the 3% pop. It's up another 1/3% higher, and maybe just look at the Nifty PSU Bank Index as well, where I think you will have some change coming up. It's absolutely flat. So. It's done very well, but I mean, this is another area, at least if you look at, just the overall mood, people seem to be very, very bullish. Okay, individual names, etc., still coming on. Maybe we look at something like a Loris Laboratories. where there's been some buzz of a block for the last couple of days. I think it was part of Nimesh's chatter list as well. It's down another 10. It's been coming off last 2 days. Another 1% odd lower at this point in time. So enough and more activity coming up at this stage. The Mahindra and Mahindra stock, right? I mean, it's the analyst day at Mahindra and Mahindra. And, it's a big one. It's a big affair with all the group and company-specific CEOs there present. We'll have something very special from that for you, later. But I think, long-term guidance, etc., is something which markets will wait out for from the Mahindra management and, of course, individual company CEOs from the group as well.